What it is, y'all. This is Deem, and I am your host. And this is By Any Means. There go the Cash App. Look, if you want to send 50 cents, a dollar, $2, $50, $100, I don't care. I just appreciate the support, everybody who been holding me down, who appreciate my messages and everything that I stand for and the points that I be trying to make, and just my opinion and my viewership. I really want to say that I thank every last single one of y'all for your viewership. If you listening to me right now, I want to say thank you for clicking that button, hitting that like button, subscribing, the whole nine. I just want to say that I truly appreciate it. I wanted to talk about something that's real and deep to my heart, especially for the people that I really care about. And if you're a person that's going through something and you wonder why life is not working the way that you actually wanted to go, and you wonder why you keep coming across certain obstacles in your life, and it feel like you're making the same mistakes and you just don't know why that you're doing it, is because you got to accept that people BS. Stop second guessing yourself. You could be wrong about something that somebody is doing in that moment. Prime example, like your girl could think that when you went out on a Tuesday that you was cheating on her because you was going for a couple hours, but you was really at your bro's crib. She could think that on a Tuesday. It don't mean that if she's wrong about that, that she's wrong about you cheating in general. You understand. The fact that she feels that way or is thinking like that, that means that something in her is telling her that you are. So even if you wasn't that day, she was wrong about that day. That don't mean that she's wrong about you in general and her feeling that way. Because obviously somewhere along the road, she has peeped the BS. And it's the same thing for just swap the genders. It's the same thing for men. In reverse, the same exact story in reverse dealing with women. But I want you to understand that you got to stop second guessing yourself. When you feel something and you peep somebody BS, stop giving them second chances. Maya Angelou said, when people show you who they are, believe them. I'm not saying just cut people off and shun them. What I am saying is change the way that you deal with them. They showed you something that you know goes against your morals, your thought process, what you stand for. And you know that if that person continued to do that, that you and that person would fall out anyway. What you need to do is separate yourself and keep them at a distance from the door, because people will continue to disrespect you the more that you allow. The more you let them get away with is no different than a bad child. The more when you let them get away with stuff, they will continue to get away with stuff. And then they will get upset when you discipline them because they're not used to you doing that. And when they see that you soft and they see that they could toe the line, that's exactly what people are going to do. They are going to toe the line. Do not let people toe the line with your heart. Do not let people play with your intelligence. Tell you it's one thing when you know deep down that it's something else. Now, whether you know that from life experiences, things your parents have taught you, things your brothers, your sisters, your uncles, your cousins, your friends, whoever you have been around, those experiences that you have had in life, when you sit up there and see them, and they play out right for you in front of your very eyes, that feeling that you was having, even if you're not correct, still listen to that feeling, because you'll be right more than it's not worth the 10% that you're wrong. Because when you start operating like that, that 10% times that you wrong gonna turn into 50, because you're not standing firm on what you believe, what you feel, what you're going through, what you see. Accept that people BS you, accept that they lied to you, except that they not answering their phone right now, and they know they were supposed to pay you on Tuesday because they are trying to avoid you. Understand that that girl that you like so much that didn't answer her phone when y'all was supposed to link up, that was on purpose. Ain't no female wait for their phone for hours and hours and hours at a time, homeboy. You could believe that if you want to. She saw you text, she saw you call. Absolutely, she did. If she's not in a hospital, lost her phone, charger broke, if it's not anything like that that she can explain to you, best believe it is what you think it is, even if it's not what you think it is that day. When people show you who they are, believe them. The reason why you keep having heartache and going through hardship, and you'll see all of us keep going through pain, and you feel like you having the same relationship problems over and over and over again, is because you're not accepting what that person is showing you. You're trying to mold that person and change them to something that they don't want to be. You shouldn't even have to do that with people. My best friend, I ain't have to tell him how to be my best friend. It was just that we clicked and had that much respect and agreement with each other. We see the world a lot of the same way. Not exact. That's what makes him him, and that's what makes me me. He likes such and such. I like such and such. But when it comes down to the main things in our life, me and him are tunnel vision and agreement on. We haven't always seen eye to eye. We've been through stuff, but the fact that he was really my friend is because we was able to get through it. He was able to say he was wrong, even if he don't even say that to a lot of people. But is who he talking to, that he has a certain respect and know the standard that he has held himself at and the standard he holds me at. And I've done the same thing with him. There's been times where he's been dead right about situations I haven't wanted to hear him. But then when he become right about it, I gotta go to him as a man and say, yo, you know what, bro? You was 100% right. Because he was peeping something that you just wasn't. Stop second guessing yourself. Stop thinking that you're tripping. Stop letting people manipulate you and letting them sweet talk you and letting them think and have you think that it's something that is not. And I'm telling you, you will live a much, much, much happier life. That part I can almost guarantee you. Because, like I said, the 10% that you wrong about that feeling that you get about a person, that 10% that you could have just been judging them the wrong way. It's not worth all the BS it come with if you didn't do listen to yourself. Do you understand? If you that 10% of the time where you could have been wrong, but the other 90% of the time you are completely right about a person that gave you a bad vibe, or you was just around them. Man, aura is real. You could be around somebody for 10 minutes and peep certain things about them and feel like I ain't like it don't take long to kind of know with somebody. Now, other people are way better deceivers. So you may actually like them. They might actually have characteristics that you like that brings you a little closer to them. But eventually, in due time, like always, it'll show itself. It's just on you to believe it when it actually happens. Not damn, man. I know them 3 years, 4 years, man, 10 years. They ain't never did nothing like that before. You don't know if that wasn't part of the plan. Maybe they ain't never did nothing like that before to you because they knew to not play with you and they just waited for the right time. You never know why. It ain't on you to figure out why. It's on you no matter how long you've known somebody. Address them when they do you wrong. And if they don't be sincere in their apology, if they're not sincere in whatever it is that you're addressing to them that you didn't like that they did to you, then you cut that person off immediately. You make that person earn being back in your life. You do not continue to let that person be around you and in your personal space. You got to value you first. Everybody might not be able to peep what you peep, but stop second guessing it because it's something you we've all had situations like this where we all got friends who bring other friends around. Now everybody else may click with a person, they all like them, but for some reason you don't rock with them like that. It's something about them that you don't like that. We have all been through this. Just because everybody else is vibing with homie or vibing with that babe, that don't mean that you gotta like him, because you could probably be on a higher frequency than everybody you around. He might be able to fool them in certain ways, but not you. Because let me ask y'all this: how every time that you was in that situation, was you wrong about that person? Guess what? Y'all about to laugh. Probably only 10 to 20% of the time that you have been in that situation. Now, in my lying, say amen, praise the Lord, hamdulillah, whatever it is that you believe in. Just say it with me right now, because that's just true. God gave you intuition. It's your experiences. It's God talking to you. And when you go against that, you have to be punished for going against the things that you have already learned. It's a reason that you are when somebody, and the best way I can explain it to y'all, when you learn that 2 plus 2 was 4, when you was 5, 6 years old, I forget how old they is when they learn stuff like that, 3, 4, whatever. Just stay with me. When you figured out that 2 plus 2 was 4, a whole crowd of thousands of people could be telling you that it's 5. But you know in your heart, what you've learned your whole life, what you know to be fact, 2 plus 2 is 4. You're not going to second guess yourself on that. Now, do you? Do you second guess that 2 plus 2 is 4? Why? Because somebody showed you that, didn't they? Somebody proved it to you that 2 plus 2 was 4, and you believed them. You did your research. You understand that it is 4. Then why are you second guessing yourself with everything else in your life? If that person did this and did this, then that equals they are not for you. If that person lied about this, then lied about that, then lied about this, then why are you still around that person? If that person abused you this way, then abused you that way, or abused you this way, then why are you still accepting it? When somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Stop waiting for the second time. Stop second guessing yourself. When you peep BS, know that it was BS. And even if it wasn't the 10% of the time, it's like we all watch Get Rich or Die Trying. When Terrence Howard told 50, I was wrong, but I could have been right, because there's been times that I was right, that I could have been whatever he said. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's real talk. So even if I'm wrong about homie in the back seat not fidgeting with his hands and not doing nothing, I still got a vibe about this motherfucker that I don't like. So he probably could be innocent right now. That don't mean he's innocent. Y'all know what this is, man. Deem by any means. I appreciate y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. It does a lot for the channel. We going up, man. We one of the fastest growing channels, man. We've been doing it in a short period of time, and it's all because of y'all. So y'all get at me.